It's complicated. So I had recently suffered a double concussion. I made an invoice for my wife's business to send off to a client, and somehow I transposed the wrong bank account into the invoice for it to be paid. So when the invoice went through to the client, they duly paid the invoice and it went to somebody and we didn't know who it was. So it turned out that the bank account belonged to a person who I bought a pair of ski boots for my wife so that we could go skiing. Somehow I don't know how, but it got copied and pasted into the invoice. So they kept the money, and it took us a while to figure out that we hadn't been paid, and then it took even longer before we tried to find out who it was who had been paid, because it was one of those one-off transactions that you do over Facebook Marketplace and you never think about it again. The bank wouldn't give us the name of the person because of privacy legislation. We tracked down who we thought was the person that we had arranged through Facebook to buy the ski boots from. We found the wrong person with the same name. We eventually found the right person with the same name, but it turned out that it wasn't his bank account. It was his girlfriend's bank account, and he denied any knowledge of it whatsoever. The referee at the disputes tribunal said that it would be helpful if the bank released the name of the person whose bank account it was. So we finally ended up getting the name of the person. We then started trying to track her down. We had to use private investigators to get an address. We eventually found her. We called her to a hearing at the disputes tribunal. She didn't show up, so we won. She appealed, so we had to go and have another hearing, and eventually we won after about 3 or 4 or 5 hearings, including her ability to, an assessment of her ability to pay, and it's taken 5 years so far. We've now been found in favour of, but there's limited enforcement. The bailiffs from the disputes tribunal, from the Department of Justice, have an ability to seize assets if payment is not made, but she has no assets and she says she has no money. So we are stuck. They have awarded us interest on the amount. They did not award us payment for any expenses we incurred in getting that money. And of course, we haven't been paid that money, so the interest is still accruing. But I don't know how we're ever going to see that money when she has no assets and she says she can't pay.
Why haven't the police laid any charges?
They say that it's not a criminal matter, although having seen the recent case where they decided it was a criminal matter, I don't understand the logic of why it's not. They have since replied that it was because it was a business that had made the invoice, but I don't understand the distinction between a business not being paid and an individual. First of all, there needs to be legislation put in place, I think, that keeping money like this is actually theft. The second thing is, I think the banks need to act far more quickly in identifying where the money has gone and doing something about it. I know that there is now, on the payment side of things, far stricter rules around matching the name to the bank account, and that will take a lot of the issues away. But still, people who have been in this situation historically, and I'm by far not the only person here, there needs to be some kind of justice here.